Hi everybody, I just wanted to take a few minutes and introduce you to the plan for our Sustainability Summit on Friday, this Friday, April 8th. This summit is a culmination of many people's ideas and work all year long, both with our book, Garbology, that we've been reading and using in various ways, but also with the opportunity to organize a conference that's a student-to-student conference. So, understanding that most of you have not been to a professional conference, I just want to explain the format of the day. You have a lot of choice built in to how you spend your day on Friday, but it does need to be somewhat organized so we can keep track of attendance and also make sure we're not crowded in one place and thin somewhere else. All right, so our basic goal is to give you guys lots of opportunities to learn from each other, both with your work from Garbology and the big idea of sustainability. We have been lucky to have some sponsors, and many of you guys helped organize fundraising to bring our keynote speaker, Bea Johnson. She's coming from California. She'll be speaking Thursday evening to the public here at Boise High from 6 to 8, if any of you would like to bring your families. But she will be here Friday all day speaking to each of our classes, and I will explain that schedule. Before I explain the schedule, please understand the attendance expectations for Friday are that you will be here at your normally scheduled time. So if you have an off-campus class, you have the choice to ride the bus to that class. The buses will run. But if you're going to stay, we welcome you to stay. Please check in at the cafeteria so that absence is excused from the tech center or where else you are supposed to be. If you have an unscheduled period, you are welcome to stay on campus and explore the activities, but don't worry about being required to be here till 3:12 if you are not normally here till 3:12. So we're expecting you to be here for your normally scheduled times and check in when appropriate on this schedule. All right, so the schedule that you'll get a hard copy of this brochure on Friday. The schedule that you get is organized based on whether you're a sophomore, junior, or senior. There are 3 activities that are scheduled throughout the day and 3 times to check in for attendance. The attendance check-ins will be first thing in the morning at 7:50 with your second period teacher. So please go make sure that you have gotten your brochure and checked in with your second period teacher at 7:50. They'll explain the day and you'll have some time to select your presentations. So if you're a sophomore, junior, or senior, there are 3 components to your day. At some point in the day, you will get to go see Bea Johnson, our keynote speaker, in the auditorium. The second component is a choice of activities called student activity centers. There are going to be maker spaces in the library and the cafeteria. There are going to be activities at the school farm, workshops, and there's also field games out on the football field, looking at ecosystems and playing games with some of our faculty out there, as well as art installations and open studios in the art department. So we encourage you guys to take a look at all the options. They are going to be found on the front of your program for the day, right here on the front, so you can choose how you want to spend your student activities times. All those activities have been organized by other students, and they're going to be very fun and informative. This third component of the day, and it may not happen last, it might happen first for you depending on what class you're in, but the third piece of the schedule is found on the inside of the brochure, and it is a list of 75 different student-to-student presentations. This is what at a conference they would call a breakout session, and each of these has a scheduled room and a scheduled time. So when you look at your schedule, if you're a sophomore, you can go to presentations 1 through 6. You have allotted times to do that. So when you want to decide what you're going to go see, you have to look in here, and you can either look by finding a presentation that's offered at those times that's interesting to you, or you might choose a hallway. You might just be like, oh, I'm interested in a lot of stuff in the 100 hallway, so I'm going to spend my time there. And it's close by and easy to find. You might also want to look and see if some of your friends are presenting. We have about 150 students presenting, so you might want to go support them and their work. The intent of these is for students to be able to share their research with their peers, and teachers have really stayed out of it as far as orchestrating all of that. So these are all volunteers. Please be supportive. of them and their hard work on these presentations. We have also lunch activities and activities all day long at the garden. And all that information can be found, again, on the front of your program. So hopefully when you look at this, you start to understand that there's going to be, it's like a choose your own adventure for your day. You're going to get to decide what you learn, and it's all been organized by your fellow students. Thank you. We're really excited. Please find anybody who's wearing a Sustainability Summit shirt and ask them if you're having trouble finding something. And welcome our VIP guests that are going to be on campus. And thank you guys all we're going to have a fantastic day Friday.